guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello, how are you? Good, I hope. If you are new to my channel,
hello, welcome, how are you?
Today's video is going to be, I want to say this is going to be like one of my last wintry fall videos. This look didn't come out at all how I wanted it to, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's alright, right? Let me know in the comments. Is it obnoxious when people chew gum? I'm sorry. So today's video is going to be using all affordable products. Nothing in this video is high-end or, high price or anything like that. You can get almost everything that I use today at Ulta or your local drugstore or online. So a lot of the products in this video are products that I've never used before, so I'm going to briefly touch on those while we're going through the video. I was kind of going for the last days of winter type situation going on here. I wanted to use some other colors. I used a lot of purple last month, so we're trying to dial back from that. Can't guarantee that I will though, because green. So in today's video, I primarily use the Makeup Revolution and Tammi collaboration. I think they have two palettes in their collaboration, but this is the main one that I got. I know they have face products, but I didn't pick up any of those. I actually got this as a part of my birthday gift. If you know me, I love me some makeup. So the main inspiration for this look is this shade right here. It's called Firefly. Yeah, it's called Firefly. The thing about it is the camera is making it look really gold, and I think that's because the light is shining on it. But when the camera is not on, it's like this green. It has like this green shift, which is why I use the green. I kind of wanted to do something different and reflective, but I mean, on camera, it's coming off as like this really pretty gold. It's a pressed glitter. So keep that in mind when using that, because I did have a little bit of a hard time getting it to stick on my lid without using like a mixing medium. So I actually used the NYX Multitasker mixing medium. That really helped to get the glitter sticking on my eyelid. If this is your first time here with me, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving me a thumbs up at the end of the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to share and turn on your notification bell. Alright beauties, let's get pretty. Alright guys, so we're starting with a fresh face. I have washed my face, moisturized, and yeah. So I'm starting with my brows. I have been loving this NYX, the brow glue. Let me tell you, it just, if you don't have time to fill in your brows, this is a great alternative, and it's a easier effect than like the soap brows. I've never actually tried the soap brows, but I have tried the effects of the soap brows by using this brow gel, and let me tell you, your brows are in place all day long. They don't move, they don't fall, they just stay exactly where you put them once you let it dry. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going over the areas that have a little bit of hair, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm just carving out my brows so that I can have that nice crisp under eyebrow look. So we're going in with the Tammi palette. It has all these beautiful neutral tones but a lot of pops of color. So there's so much that you can do with this palette, and I just absolutely love it so much. So I'm starting by using the same P. Louise base that I used on my brow area to prime my lid. And then the first color I go in with is the shade Coconut. And what I like to do is to create the shape. I did want to make sure that I put a little bit of tape there just so that I have a nice sharp line. But yeah, so I'm creating the shape, and I kind of created like this triangular shape. I wasn't sure if I like this style of doing it just yet. We'll touch more on that a little later. To blend out the edges, I'm going with the shade Horizon, and I'm blending that up to the top of the brow bone. A little tip, if you are blending eyeshadows and you're having a hard time getting them to blend seamlessly, try to take a little bit of translucent powder or whatever your under eye setting powder is and put that on top, and that'll just help blur everything out. Since I did do that after I did my eyeshadow, I do need to go back in and just make sure that I touch on those colors so they're nice and pigmented. So in the center, I went in with the shade Night Walk, and I'm kind of trying to create like a two-tone cut crease. You could do 2 tones, you could do 3 tones, you could do 4 or 5, whatever floats your boat, but today I'm doing 2 tones. So I did Night Walk, which is this really pretty forest green, and I'm going to do the same technique that I did with the browns, and I'm going to do the dark color, go in with a lighter shade, and then set it with the setting powder. For the lighter shade, I'm going in with the shade Mojito, and that's going to be my transition color. On to the star of the show. This is the shade Firefly. It is the main shade that inspired this look. It is the reason why I picked the colors that I did, because it is this really pretty like green base. You wouldn't believe it just by looking at it. It's a green base glitter, and it has gold and like orange in it, which is why I picked these shades that I do. It is coming off more of like a red and a green, so it has like total sultry Christmas vibes, but I promise you that is not what I was going for. That's just, you know, what it turned out to be. Granted, I like the look, so I kept it. But yeah, so I'm just pressing that glitter. Make sure you use a mixing medium, because this is a pressed glitter, so it really won't stick just on the eye base itself. You do need some sort of adhesive to get it to stick. At least that's what I found. So to darken the outer corners, I'm going in with the shade Dream, and this is just going to make it blend a little more seamlessly. This is a real like blended look. I want to say this isn't one of my favorite looks, but I did like the way it turned out. And then I took a little bit of my highlighter, which you'll see later, and I put that on the inner corner. Once I've done that, I'm going to tight line my upper liner. I believe I did a wing, so I did do a wing liner, a nice black wing liner, and then I did elongate the corners of my eyes to kind of give it more of like that cat eye effect. And then I went ahead and added my lashes. For lashes, I'm using these ice cream lashes. These are by Glamlight Cosmetics. I got the bundle and it came with 2 sets, so this is the one in the pink. Yeah, just regular lashes. They're actually really nice. And then I move on to face. For primer, I'm using the NYX Bright Primer. It's in the peach tube. It's really pretty, and I love the smell. It does put me in the mind frame of the Makeup Forever primer that is in the peachy tube. So it does help brighten my skin personally because of my skin tone, and it is very hydrating. I wouldn't say that it does much pore filling, but it is very hydrating. For foundation, I'm using this Morphe 2 foundation. I am in the shade A Hint of Caramel. I have really been loving this foundation. I saw a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people gave negative reviews just because it's not a full coverage foundation. This is definitely a foundation that I feel like you can wear every day. So if you are looking for like an everyday foundation, something that doesn't feel like much on your skin, and it kind of gives the illusion of skin, as you can see, if you want, I can do an entire full depth review on this foundation. So you can see here my skin is still peeking through, but it is giving me a more evened out skin like finish. For concealer, I'm using my favorite concealer. This is the ◷ 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I've used this in plenty of mini videos. I use it all the time. I have repurchased this because it's just that good. They have a hydrating one, but I'm really not interested in the hydrating one because I already produce a lot of oil, and the last thing I want is to produce oil underneath my eyes or have it look shiny. I don't know. I might try it out. Y'all let me know what you think. Like, y'all got to be using these comment sections. Like, come on. I have a giveaway coming up, so I really need some more engagement because, like, this is crazy. Anyways. For my cream bronzer, you guys know I've been loving this Juvia's Place foundation stick. I am trying to find a better way to apply it, so I wanted to try applying it with a brush. I think because it's a foundation, I need to use less of the product because I spend way too much time trying to blend this out because there's too much on my face, but I mean, eventually I get it together. I also love to use it for my nose contour just because of how easily it blends out. But again, another situation that I have to work on because applying too much product, it takes forever to blend out. So I handled that off camera, and now I'm going in with my Morphe Bacon Set setting powder. This is the banana one. This is the banana one, and I really do like this powder. It is definitely in my top 5. I want to say it comes like after my Beauty Bakery powder because that is like She's Bae right there. And as you can see, it definitely helps. It definitely, you know, sets underneath my eyes, and it doesn't give me too much flashback or like that white cast. And now right here, I'm going over my nose and I'm contouring and cutting out my lower cheek area. For blush, I'm going in with Lena. It is probably one of my favorite shades out of the Juvia's Place blush palette. It's the Saharian 2. So this is probably like one of my favorite shades out of this palette. I definitely love it, and I like to place it over my bronzer just to give it, you know, just to blend it out a little bit because like I said, it was way too much. So I'm adding a little bit of bronziness there. You feel me? For actual bronzer, I'm going in with the Going Coconuts bronzer. I'm not sure if this is still available. I know it is a part of their Going Coconuts line, and the shade name will be down in the description because I do believe that there are 2, but this is the one that I have, and I use this pretty often. So I'm also going to set my bronzer. I felt like the bronzer was a little overboard today, but it's okay. I mean, I'd rather look nice and tan and bronze than, you know, pale. So for highlight, I'm going with my Juvia's Place Royalty 1 highlighter. It is a nice, pretty gold highlighter, and because it is a loose highlighter, I suggest going in with a light hand because this can go very left very fast because it is so stark and pigmented. At this point, I'm going to tightline my lower lash line, and I'm going to add mascara. And once I finish tightlining, I did my brows, like I did do my brows. I didn't leave them like this, but I did do it off camera. And I also went in with my eyeshadow just to help blow out the lower lash line and connect it to the crease area. Now I'm going to set my face using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is my favorite setting mist from Morphe. It is probably one of my favorite setting mists, period, just because I love the finish that it gives my skin, and I also love the spray nozzle. All setting sprays need to come with this nozzle. It gives a nice light mist, and it, like, you know, I don't mess up my hair. It's not aggressive. It doesn't like hit you in the face. It's just, and I love the smell. It's not too strong. Then I take my little fan and I like to, you know, vibe to whatever it is I'm listening to, dry my face. And then I'm going to show you guys a brief clip of me trying to put on my lower lashes, or I'm, you know, showing you how I do it. I like to take a small tweezers and a little bit of lash glue, and I place it right up against my lash line, my lower lash line. As the clear glue dries, it kind of blends in with my regular lashes. Typically, I go in with my mascara first, but today I actually ended up doing it after, which you'll see here. And I tried to make sure to keep the mascara on the parts of the lashes that didn't get falsies. Now, for lips, I'm going in with Morphe's lip liner in the shade Vibes, and then I'm also going in with the Glam Light Gloss in the shade Cinnamon Roll. What I like about this shade Cinnamon Roll is it reminds me of, like, you know, when girls try to use like a dark brown lip liner, they use a red lipstick, they brighten it up in the middle and then top it off with the gloss. Well, I feel like this lip gloss is all of that in one by itself. So you don't have to do a lot of mixing. I literally do liner because I like to reshape my lips, and then I also don't want lip gloss to bleed over into my foundation. But the shade Cinnamon Roll is so pretty and so like vibrant within itself. I typically don't like to use a lot of color as far as lip glosses go, but I love this gloss. This gloss is so pretty. Once you let it sit and it sets in, it is perfect. And that will complete this video. I really hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, beauties, mwah, stay blessed.
Where